what's up everybody? Welcome to SA Boxing Talk. You're here with Hayden Jones. And a little bit late, the weekend has passed, but Gennady Golovkin got pushed all the way, and the pronunciation of this name, Derevyanchenko. Now, Derevyanchenko, the Ukrainian guy, the most avoided guy possibly in the middleweight division, 14 fights in, gets a fight with Gennady Golovkin. Of course, previously fighting Daniel Jacobs, he was a credible opponent, taking a split decision. I mean, this was always going to be a hard opponent, and there was always going to be naysayers, in particularly because he only had 14 fights at the time, 13 wins, 1 win, 13 wins, 1 loss, sorry. And yeah, so a good fight between Gennady Golovkin and Derevyanchenko. He came to fight, man. That guy is a champion of note. The vacant IBF world title was on the line in New York City. So is the IBO as well. So Gennady Golovkin is now the champion of the world again, so to speak, in the middleweight division, while Canelo's gone gallivanting in different divisions and just doing whatever he's doing, you know, to be relevant. So yeah, the fight, you know, breaking it down, obviously Golovkin knocked down his opponents in the first round with sort of a shot that was, you know, placed a typical Golovkin type shot on the head. Dropping Derevyanchenko. I think at that stage he might have been thinking he's in for a hell of a fight, and Golovkin is just something completely different to what he's seen previously. And then it just kind of was a tit-for-tat type fight, very, very close fight. Could have gone towards the end. It was very vital. Golovkin perhaps a little bit behind going into the 11th and 12th round, and then that's where the championship rounds count, and that's where the experience of Gennady Golovkin pulls through. But yeah, tough fight, and obviously Golovkin aiming for the Canelo-Alvarez fight next. Canelo-Alvarez not perhaps committing to this fight. I don't know if there were contracts signed or whatnot, but that is sort of the aim. And the fact that Golovkin now is a middleweight champion of the world again, it looks more likely. Middleweight contenders out there, another guy, Daniel Jacobs, also with DAZN, so is Canelo. They're all tied up to DAZN. And then you got Billy Joe Saunders in the mix as well. You know, he can make middleweight every time. So it is kind of a, and this guy was the most avoided guy in the middleweight division, Derevyanchenko, you know, and you look at his record and you think, why is Golovkin in the ring with this guy? But, you know, looking at his amateur background, his credentials, you know that this guy is always going to be a very difficult fight for Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin was never in any serious danger apart from a body shot that he took against Derevyanchenko. But again, both of these guys can take shots like anything. Gennady Golovkin, particularly to the chin, it's got a phenomenal chin, but the body is probably the place that more boxers are going to start investing in after seeing the success of Derevyanchenko. I've never seen Golovkin hurt like that before. Canelo-Alvarez hit him with the best shots available on the market. Still, nothing. But anyway, at the age of 37, Gennady Golovkin, as I said before, claimed his victory, and you know, just reading some of the articles online about the fights, and, you know, guys calling, a lot of people now commenting on Derevyanchenko, saying that he's an absolute beast. Obviously, he's also a typical Eastern European fighter. He comes and sits in the pocket, wants to fight with you. Good strategy as well. I mean, the guy's technically skilled as well. So, I don't know, any middleweight looking to come up is probably gonna, I hope they don't try and match him with Canelo-Alvarez now, because I think that Derevyanchenko is not that he's shown his limits, but he's kind of just falling short of the Jacobs and Golovkins. And I don't foresee him going. I foresee him going the distance with Canelo. I don't foresee him beating a guy like Canelo. But yeah, man, let's just look at some of the punch stats. I shall read them out for you here. Golovkin landing 243 punches to Derevyanchenko's 230. It just shows Golovkin landed 13 more punches than his Ukrainian opponent. So, insane, and had a 26% success ratio, whereas Derevyanchenko had an 18% success. So it comes down to such fine details as to how Golovkin just nabbed the decision. You know, it was a very, very close fight. It did come down to a round at the end of the day, and, you know, Golovkin and his work rate are very similar. Golovkin just edging him slightly, and that's what it takes to be at world level. And, you know, Derevyanchenko has world level in him. It's just that he needs more experience at the top, because obviously, you know, he's not an overnight success as Derevyanchenko, as many people might think. He's been grinding away. He's been a good amateur. But anyway, yeah, that's sort of the punching stats, and I think that's why they gave Golovkin the decision, is because he simply landed more punches and threw more punches and hit at a higher percentage, but very minute statistics as to why he did that. So yeah, guys, have your say in the comment section. Obviously, the stats are the stats, but you know, this isn't a CompuBox competition. This is a boxing, professional boxing, where you got 3 judges. They must now judge the ebbs and flows of the fights and decide who's gonna win the fight. So yeah, let us know what you think, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do the thing right. I'll see you next time. Aight, cheers.